Hey guys, welcome back to the action for day 2, the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. Good day, lots of Ippons. I was pretty happy with the medalists as well. I thought they put on some pretty good performances. So we'll have a look at all of those. We'll start with under 73, and I do have a video on Ahadov looking at all of his fights. So check that out if you want to see him in more detail. I definitely think he's getting stronger. He's been on the circuit for a while, but he's really starting to become a little bit of a dark horse. He had an early round exit to Hashimoto that I thought was a bit unfortunate the last time he came out, but here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam, I mean, he had some incredible throws, good variety, and it's one thing I've kind of noticed over the years, even if guys don't have great results, if they've got good technique, the results will come at some point. They just need to, kind of figure out the kumikata, figure out the strategy of playing the game. The technique's the most important, right? I mean, look at this. This is just experience, knowing what to do, and having the correct technique to execute at the perfect time. Great stuff from Ahadov. So Ahadov, he took gold, and he was up against Jakova in the final. This is some highlights from Jakova here, taking a silver medal. And Jakova, a little bit of a different style to Ahadov, more newaza heavy, a bit more tankier, kind of looking for those in-close techniques, rather than the fast, speedy stuff of Ahadov. Now this is the bronze medal contest against Yonezuka and Mamadaliev. A bit disappointing for Yonezuka. I mean, he had a great technique earlier on in the day. It was this one here, just a really nice ashibarai, perfectly timed. Disguises it well, you can't really tell if he's stepping or he's going to sweep your feet from underneath you. So he ended up in the bronze medal contest against Mamadaliev, and they had a good back and forth. I thought there were good attacks. Yonezuka had a nice ochigari, but it was the ochigari of Mamadaliev that eventually sealed the deal. And I think Yonezuka, he might have kind of put himself in a bad spot, and Mamadaliev took advantage of it. So you can see Yonezuka, he wraps his elbow, his right elbow, watch him feed it in and underneath, and then Mamadaliev, he uses that to his advantage to get a really nice ochigari. So that was the first bronze medal contest, and then on the other side we had Makhmadbekov. And if you haven't been watching my channel for a while, I speak pretty highly of Makhmadbekov. He's got really great newaza and transitions into it, and you're going to see some of those here. But first he had to go through a little bit of adversity from his opponent, Shamshayev. That's a nice ochigari there. We'll have a look at it again. No score, but still, I mean, he was feinting in all sorts of directions, and then manages to catch him flat-footed. Nice ochigari, but Makhmadbekov, this is what he does. Gets you down to the ground somehow, and then he's got this really nice kind of pass that he does, but he also likes to look for the choke at the same time. So two things could happen here. You can tap from all the pressure, or he's just going to hold you down and you're not going to get out of it. And there it is, a really nice finish from Makhmadbekov. Now, I'm sorry, this is all the footage I could get for the final. I'm not sure why on JudoTV this is... Usually they put the entire match on JudoTV, but they just had this little bit here, some highlights from the match, the final match nonetheless, so I would like to see the entire match at some point. But yes, DeWitt, he ends up going up against Karapetyan? I don't know how to say his name. Never seen this guy before. I mean, Russians, they just come out of nowhere and find themselves in gold medal contests all the time. So he took gold, and then DeWitt, he took silver. And here's a little bit more from DeWitt earlier on. Just doing his thing. I mean, he's done this to so many people. This kosotogake that he does. He's so good at it. And in the bronze medal we had Tatalashvili taking out Esposito. Here's a Wazari score. And then for the other bronze medal contest, we had Borchashvili. And look at this. Tomoinage, no score, but manages to lock up the arm and do a kind of Lipatiliani style pass here, securing that arm, getting through the legs, and then instead of going for the Osai Komi, he just attacks the arm. and gets a nice submission here, but I do wish the referee would kind of get out of the way. And you can see him tapping here. So a great bronze medal for Borchashvili. At under 63 we had Pinard against Tang. Nice uranage score here in the final, which always feels good. Pio Vesana from Austria, she ended up taking bronze. A little bit of newaza here into the classic Sankaku hold down that just everyone seems to be doing these days, especially in women's judo, but I think this might be the highest percentage pin in women's judo. Probably not in the men, but you see this all the time in women's judo. And this was the other score, and I'm not sure I like this one. We'll have another look at it. So Perez from Spain in the blue, she ends up getting the score here. So white goes for uranage, but you see that kochi foot that Perez has, that was enough to kind of throw it in her direction. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And at under 70 we had Taimazova from Russia. She is a force to be reckoned with. Really good judo from her, and she's just constantly attacking. Very kind of sporadic, vicious kind of judo that she has. She's really good. But I do want to just call her Time is Over. Can I call her that from now on? You know, time is over for her opponents when they step on the tatami against her. I like that one. So, in the bronze medal contest, we had Jagger and Coughlin. Jagger from the Netherlands and Coughlin from Australia, taking a bronze medal each. And here's just some highlights from those two. So guys, stay tuned for the action. We'll get into day 3 stuff tomorrow, and a Top Ippons video later on, so stay tuned for all of that, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out guys, see ya.